Hi, I'm Kat, and this video is the 8th in my 12 Days of Christmas DIY series. If you haven't seen the other videos in the series, you should definitely take a look at those as well. And in this video, I do a tutorial on how to make this Christmas tree topper out of starfish. I think it's really pretty and unique, and since most of the decor in my house, which is a beach house, has to do with the ocean, I think this fits in just perfectly. For this project, you need a wire hanger. I'm just using one from the dry cleaners. You'll need 2 sets of pliers, unless you want to bend the hanger with your hands, but the pliers really save your fingertips. Some gold spray paint, 2 starfish, and if you like to add glitter at the end, a glue stick and your glitter. You'll also need something to secure your project together. I'm using hot glue because it's thick and it's strong, and I've never gone wrong with it, but if you wanted to use something like epoxy or porcelain glue, those are also really good options. Next, you're going to have to take apart your hanger. Since you're not going to use the entire hanger, just cut it in half at the top of where the end of the hook was. Then bend that loop into a flat spiral. You're going to want the curlicue as large as possible while still not sticking out the sides when you sandwich it between your starfish. Once you've got the curlicue the right size, you'll want to leave a little bit extra wire sticking straight out from the curlicue, so this will give your star a little bit of clearance above the tree. And from this point, I'm just going to spiral the rest of the wire around, gradually getting wider so that it will fit on my tree. And you're going to end up with something that looks a little like this. Now, I'm going to warn you, it's going to have some character. You just made it out of a clothes hanger. And now it's time to take it outside and spray paint it. So I went outside and spray painted this and gave it about 15 minutes to dry, and now that it's completely dry, I'm ready to put everything together. So the first step, I'm going to take one of my starfish and load it up with hot glue. And then I'm going to press the spiral firmly into that hot glue. So I'll just hold this in place for a couple of minutes until that hot glue sets up. And once that has had a little bit of time to set up, load up your other starfish with more hot glue. Let it sit for a minute so it starts to set up. Once it's had a couple of minutes and is almost completely set, add a little bit more just around the outside and a top layer onto your hot glue. And then offset your stars and squish them together. You'll want to sandwich them as closely as possible. Now, since you have that metal coil in there, it's going to keep your hot glue warm for a little bit longer than it would for any other project. So you're going to want to hold on to your starfish for a little bit longer until it completely sets. Make sure you're applying enough pressure to help them set properly, but be careful not to damage your starfish. And once the glue has set, your starfish tree topper is completely finished. Now, if you want to, you can add more decoration than this. I don't exactly want glitter on mine, but if you wanted to use glitter, you could definitely do that. But instead of glitter, I am using this crystal glitter. It has little tiny shiny pieces in it, and I'm adding a tiny bit of gold paint to that and just smudging the tiniest amount along the edges of my stars. And that is my finished starfish tree topper.